action video. This is the one that you want to watch many times. There's a reference sheet here that everyone has that gives you an idea of what you can do. There are 1 influence actions, 2 influence actions, 4 influence actions, and 5 influence actions. So actually just 1. And of course all of these cost influence, the blue stuff that you get from your planet. But the important thing is, or one of them is, that not all of these need to be done on your turn, because the game is a long game, and at least if I'm sitting here and there are 7 other players, then it takes about 25 minutes for me to get my turn. So I can do stuff before my turn. So all of the ones with the green, green thing needs to be done on my turn. But everything that has not a green thing, I can do without my turn, because after my turn ends, I have cleanup, and then I get my resources back. So then I can start spending stuff. Like instead, I can use 4 influence to do a law action, which means I take 3 laws and put 1 on the table. Or I can buy mercenaries. The mercenary pile looks like this. So for one influence, I can take 2, look at them, and see if I want to buy any of them. And of course, if I buy them, I pay the resource value. But yeah, the bribing is only for if you have a bribe law. So the promissory note thingy, there are many promissory notes. When you give a promissory note to another race, and when you receive a promissory note, you have to pay 1 influence. So one for giving and receiving. Though if people play action cards or abilities that say that you have to give or take a promissory note, then it doesn't cost anything, because actions from cards are always free. You can build 1 building with 1 influence. These are buildings: the PDS, the battle station, the bunker, and the space dock. Of course, you have to pay the resources. They are all of them 3, except the battle station is 4. I should not move the camera. And you can build units with a space dock or on a planet. So when I have a space dock here, I can build with it, usually in the end of my turn, because then I can think about what will I do with the resources. So usually in the end, I move my units, and then I put the rest on building, and then the next one can go. But say here there's no space dock, but I can still build there if that would be my planet. But I can only build with 2 resources worth of units, because the planet has 2 resources. But the space dock triples the amount of units I can build with the planet. So in that case, if it would be there, it would be 6. But it still takes 1 influence. So I could actually build on all planets, but it would be really expensive, and I would get really little units, and I would spend lots of influence. That's why you need space docks. And moving 1 ship into a system, actually not like this. To move, if I want to move ships there, I can move all of these ships that can move there, or of the ships anywhere on the map that can get to here with 1 influence. Really cheap. And the action, there are abilities that say action, there are action cards that say action, and there are some heroes that have an action. If it says action, that costs 1 influence. Easy. Assembling the Senate costs 2 influences. So when the Megathol has been opened and someone is the speaker, you can just declare on your turn that you assemble the Senate, and that means that you only take 2 directives and read them out aloud, and then the rest votes for them. But you are not the speaker, so the speaker will handle the thing is actually reading the directive as well. The thing is that the speakerhood is expensive to move, because if to take the speaker token, it costs 1 influence per race in the Senate. So in this game, 6 influences. But even though, but because you get, I think I have a separate video on the Senate thing, so I'll continue. Free text cost, as they say here, free text cost 2 influences to be implemented. Over there. And making a permanent trade deal. There are permanent trade agreements. There is a card that says something about that. I should have put it up in front so I can see it. But yeah, so you place it on the board, and then the both parties start getting trade goods from that one. Get 2 plots. So your plot limit is 3 basically, but you can anytime you want take 2 plots, look at them, of course pay them first, and then discard up to 3. So if you don't have any plot extra things. Diplomatize. That means that when you are assembling the Senate, you can diplomatize to declare that you are assembling the Senate on one of your systems. That means that every other race places their command token over there, so that they cannot attack that system the next round. Important. And lobby action is that you can look at 2 directives and place them. You can place them in the first 5 directives and shuffle them, or you can place them behind. So you are lobbying the directives, and you can take 2 action cards with 2 influences as well. The spies are important. I talked about the law action, and then we do the last one, the teching. Teching costs 5 influences and 5 resources at the moment. I've been working on this one, and that means that you can take any tech from your pile of techs as long as you meet the requirement. In this case, the requirement is one yellow other tech. I have at the moment 3 other yellow techs, so I could take this one, but I could not take, for example, this one, fleet logistics, because I have only 1 blue tech, and I need 2 blue techs to take this one. Though tech specialty planets can be used to lower this requirement, and they also give you 1 discount for taking. So if I would take a red tech, I would only have to pay 5 and 4. The zooming function is not working good. That is the teching. But then the yellow techs that are all about money, only money, they cost only 9 influence. So it's a bit cheaper, but then it's only influence. So you don't have to, because usually people have, well, it depends on planets. That's actually all of the actions. You should remember all of the races usually have an agent that has an exhaust action. So it once per turn you exhaust it to make it do whatever it does. And then some of the mechs have a deploy action, not this one, so you can actually place the mechs instead of on the table anywhere that you have units. So instead of just building them. That's actually it for the actions. Yeah.